Hey guys, I am back with a video that I am super excited about. It is my new series, or my first ever series, that I'm going to call Judge a Book by Its Cover. So what I did was, on my last day of chemo to celebrate, I ordered 10 books off of Book Depository that I had never heard of before, never seen the cover of before, and fell in love with the cover and wanted to see if I actually enjoy the book that's behind the beautiful cover. Now, the only thing I did do ahead of time is while the books were in my cart, I looked them up on Amazon to see if they were the US covers or the UK covers or what kind of cover it was. And the majority of these are the UK covers, and they have us beat hands down. And still seeing the US covers, I hadn't heard of these books before, so I'm excited to see what is behind the cover. So what I will do is I will show you the cover, tell you why I liked it, and then browse through the book to see what it's about, read the back cover, that kind of thing, to get the general gist of what is going to be ahead of me in reading. So let's get started. So the first one that went in my cart was this cute little guy. It is Almost Midnight by Rainbow Rowell, and it is two festive short stories by one of my favorite authors. And I had never seen this before, but I had to pick it up. And then I got an amazing surprise. I don't know if you can tell on the screen. Oh, there it is. It has like a shimmery, shine, glittery effect to it. And so it's even more pretty than I thought it would be. But apparently it's also illustrated as well. So that's exciting. So let me read the back and see what there is to know about this. Okay, so this is interesting. There are two short stories, Midnights and Kindred Spirits, that are brought together in this little anthology for the first time with illustrations. The quote on the back of the book is quite interesting. It says, "I need you to be my person. I need to see you and hear you. I need you to stay alive. And I need you to stop kissing other people just because they're standing next to you when the ball drops." That's interesting. I'm not going to look up any more about this because it is short, so I kind of want to be surprised about what it really is. The second one on my pile here is Perfume, the Story of a Murderer by Patrick Susskind. I just love the floral all the way around the edges with the design and then the scissors entwined in there, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful cover. And so I have no idea what it's about, so let's take a look. Okay, so this is interesting. This was actually written in 1985, and I've never heard of it, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it. It's set in the 18th century in France, and obviously it's gonna be a murder situation, but it also tells about twisted eroticism controlled by a disgusting loathing of humanity. And the summary itself is very wordy, which is not at all my style. So this will be an interesting, it says the classic bestseller. Is it really a bestseller if nobody's heard of it? Moving on. The next one is The Keeper of Lost Things. It is by Ruth Hogan. Now, it's kind of a lot like the last one I showed you, with obviously the floral around the edges and some things mixed in. The puzzle piece, there's a little button and a key. So I loved this cover. It wasn't exactly the cover that I saw on Book Depository, but it's still really pretty. So I'm going to do some snooping and see what this is about. Alright, so I had to just look. This was released in 2017. And I'm just going to read parts off the back because I think that will explain it better than I can put in my own words. It says, Anthony Purdue has spent half of his life collecting lost objects, trying to atone for a promise broken many years before. Realizing he is running out of time, he leaves his house and all of its lost treasures to his assistant Laura, the one person he can trust to reunite the thousands of objects with their rightful owners. But the final wishes of the keeper of lost things have unforeseen repercussions which trigger an almost serendipitous series of encounters. This sounds really good. I think this might be my first real promising read. Fingers crossed. All right, here is the fourth one. It is the Ashes Violin. Obviously, it's not the prettiest cover, but I think it was the title that did it for me. I am a sucker for anything World War II, for anything Holocaust, and I just couldn't pass it up. Now, this author is Maria Angeles Angelada? Maybe, I don't know. So let's see what it's about. It's the unforgettable story of one man's refusal to surrender his dignity. So it starts off in 1991, but it sounds like it kind of goes back in time, which I love those stories. And it's about a guy that's named Daniel. He's in prison at Auschwitz. And they find out that he is a crafter of violins, and they make a cruel wager involving the violin. And it says he's battling exhaustion and tries to recapture his lost art, knowing all too well the cost of failure. This sounds awesome. And even my favorite book, The Sarah's Key, and the author has put a little quote on the back about it, so that's a good sign. And I also love the length of it. This is going to be a quick read, but I can see probably why it's labeled an international bestseller. I am pumped about this one too. Moving on, number 5, so halfway there. All right, this is Trash by Andy Mulligan. It says you never know what you'll find. So I love the brightness of the background with contrast to the foreground and this little boy, but how the trash is kind of moving through to create the title. I just thought it was a beautiful cover, and I wanted to see what it was about. So let's read and find out. Whoa. Okay, so first thing, this is a children's book, which I did not know. I mean, it makes sense. But I'm just going to read the back because, once again, it's quick and it sounds awesome. So it's 3 friends, Raphael, Gardo, and Rat, living on a heap of trash, a lifetime of sifting rubbish. One day they find something extraordinary, a deadly secret. From that moment, they are hunted without mercy. With danger snatching at their heels, the boys are chased from the city's dirty gutters to its wealthy avenues. But they can't run forever. They need a miracle. This sounds awesome. So, another good pick, it sounds like. We'll see what it reads like. All right, the next one is Our Chemical Hearts by Crystal Sutherland. Another one I had never seen before. I loved the white with the black contrast and the pops of color through the fish. I have no idea what it's about. I'm assuming it's probably a YA, so let's do some research. All right, so it's definitely YA, and this little part on the back sounds promising. John Green meets Rainbow Rowell in this heartbreaking tale of bittersweet first love. So it's a romance. The thing in the middle that catches my eye is that it's about a girl named Grace, and she dresses in oversized men's clothing. She smells like she hasn't washed in weeks, and she walks with a cane. But it obviously doesn't stop Henry from thinking about her. So she has some secrets, and I'm sure he'll find out about it. So sounds like it might be a cute read. Definitely is going to have some diverse rep in here, so we shall see. The next one is this beauty right here, The Girl of Ink and Stars. The colors of this was basically the same thing as the book called Trash, but I loved the orange-yellow outside with the black on the front, and then the reflective blue. I just thought this looked gorgeous. So it is by Kieran Millwood Hargrave. It's a tale of wonder and courage. So, maybe some nature stuff. I don't know. We got moths, or we got dragonflies, birds, trees on the edges as well. So let's see. So this is not in my normal realm at all. But it sounds like it still may be good. The fact that it has a map kind of in the front is not my cup of tea. But here is the summary on the flap here. It says, forbidden to leave her island, Isabella dreams of the faraway lands her father once mapped. When her best friend disappears, she is determined to be part of the search party. Guided by an ancient map and her knowledge of the stars, Isabella navigates the island's dangerous, forgotten territories. But beneath the dry rivers and dead forests, a fiery myth is stirring from its sleep. Huh. So, definitely not my normal realm, but I will still give it a shot just for the sake of this little series. So I believe this is number 7. This one is Sneakin Beautiful. This is Beautiful Broken Things. Sarah Barnard, but obviously the dark teal, the reflective, drew me in so quickly. It says, I was brave, she was reckless, we were trouble. There's like hand cutouts down here with birds. This is just gorgeous. I don't know what this is about, but hopefully it's promising. Okay, so my guess is that this is definitely YA. It's about 3 friends, Katie and Rosie. And then Suzanne comes in the picture. She is trying to escape her past and be somebody different. And of course, the friendship ties break and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it sounds like it could be good. We'll have to find out. The 9th one I picked up was Hitler's Canary, A Daring Tale of Wartime Adventure. It is by Sandy Tokskev. I don't know. Never heard of this one. Another World War II, obviously. So that's why I picked it up. I also love the dark navy with a pop of the yellow. So I'm kind of seeing a theme with all of these, but let's see what it's about. Right, so this is a children's book. So that's kind of cool. So we'll see, especially if it's in a kid's point of view, makes me wonder. It definitely looks like a quick read. That's exciting. Bams is the kid's name. He's used to drama because his mom's a famous actress. And then the war starts and the troops invade, and he's trying to figure out if he should follow his brother into the resistance or kind of stay out of trouble. So, it sounds like it could be a good one. I look forward to giving this one a shot. And the last one is the Bowen Clocks. This, once again, is the dark cover with the a very reflective gold. It can't quite catch on the screen, but it's by David Mitchell. Now, this is one that I have heard of before, but I do not know anything about what it's about. I've heard the title, but nothing else. And the US cover is so boring, I've never been encouraged to pick it up. So I saw this cover, I was like, ooh, this looks amazing. You have a cassette tape down here that's unwinding, and a clock with an apple. So I'm excited to see what it's about. Interesting. So obviously it's a very thick book, much thicker than any others. It is about a teenager who runs away, and the consequences, I guess, of that over 6 decades. She makes a pledge to a stranger, and it may become the key to her family's survival. All right, so this is kind of one of those that the summary doesn't really tell me a whole bunch, but I'm willing to give it a shot. It is a lengthier read, so I didn't look at page numbers really on these either, so we shall see. It is the author of Cloud Atlas, so I know this author, from what I've heard of Cloud Atlas, is a very, deeply involved author. You have to really use your brain while reading, which is going to be hard for me, because chemo brain for life. So, anyways, those are the 10 books that I bought, and I'm so excited to give them a shot. All of these books together were about $75, and they were shipped all from the UK. And so I feel like it was a good purchase, but we'll see exactly what the contents are. So my next game plan for the next video in this series would be to do a chapter 1 read, where I read the first chapter of each one of these books, share with you my thoughts about which ones I liked, which ones I'm definitely abandoning and not going any further with, and then kind of which ones I will pick up first. So check out that video when it comes next, and I'm excited to see if any of these books become a favorite, just based off of judging a book by its cover. So until I see you guys next time, bye guys.